What's up, guys? Give me the video game scientist from VG Bootcamp here. I'm at an Airbnb right now doing an early Thanksgiving with my family, but I wanted to get this video out. Apologies if my mic does not sound that great. So there's this tech in Rivals called tilt boosting. What it does is it cancels your jab 2, 3, or 4, shoutouts to Ranno, into one of your tilts. If your jab has forward momentum, your tilt carries that forward momentum with it. Unless you're Wrastor. All the homies hate Wrastor. This tech was in Rivals 1 as well, but as far as I can tell, not a lot of people are using it in Rivals 2 quite yet, because the timing's pretty tight, so they'll get better and they'll start implementing it more. The way tilt boosting works is pretty simple. While jabbing, press the attack button to transition into jab 2, 3, or 4. The transition starts for 1 frame, and then at that point, you have a 2-frame window to push your control stick in the direction of the tilt that you want to come out. So not only is the timing difficult, you can't buffer it because you have to do the control stick directional input during the startup of the jab transition. That's where my recent discovery comes into play. I was trying to jab cancel, which is an old school melee tech, and my character slid across the stage doing a tilt. So I started messing around with it and I figured out a method to easily do a buffered tilt boost. To make sure this was something new and not just me being ignorant of Rivals 2, I hit up a top Rivals 2 player and showed it to them. They immediately implemented it into their gameplay, said it was really good, and they use it a lot now. So if you do a jab and you want to go for a tilt boost, you can instead flick the control stick in the direction of the tilt you want to do, let the control stick go back to neutral, and then press the attack button. The jab doesn't even come out at all. The tilt comes out on frame 1 and it still has the boosted momentum from the jab. Not only that, you have 6 frames for this entire input as opposed to 2 when doing normal tilt boosting. And because this can be buffered, you can start the input 6 frames before a jab can even transition, and it will come out on frame 1 of that jab transition. And on top of this, jabs have a really big window where you can transition into the next jab. With this method, you can wait till the very end of that window as well, and you'll still get a frame 1 buffered tilt boost. This is really important because it means you can do the same timing whether jabs hit or whiff and still get the buffered tilt boost. And another really good thing about buffered tilt boosting is that because the jab isn't even coming out, for a lot of tilts, you actually get more distance than a normal tilt boost. The only downside to buffer tilt boosting is that you cannot do a reverse up tilt or a reverse down tilt. Now, tilt boosting in general can be useful in a lot of situations that I've seen so far. If you're playing an opponent who is DIing away when you're jabbing them, so you can't normally follow up with a combo, now you can follow up with a combo. Having trickier shield pressure and even crossing up sometimes. Pushing people off ledge who are shielding. And even on rare occasions, reversing the combo's direction. And I'm sure there are more uses than this that lots of veteran Rivals players already know about and implement already. Hey guys, Future Gamer here. While I was making this video, I found a video on YouTube by someone named Foxy with their own version of buffered tilt boosting. It's not quite as optimal as mine because it can only be done before the jab transition window starts. All that being said, they did put their video out first, so make sure and show them love with a like and maybe even subscribe to them. A link to their video should be at the top right of the screen right now. Anyways, that's the video. If you liked it, consider giving it a like. If you really liked it, consider subscribing. And if you really, really liked it, consider turning on those notifications. I'm considering making more Rivals content. I really enjoy the game. I already put like 50 hours into it. So shout outs to the entire Rivals team for putting together such a fun game. Anyways, I need to get back to Thanksgiving with my family. So it's back to the lab with me. See you guys next time.
Oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again.